Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to be participating in an open collab hosted by Susan Hiles Art today. She is doing an open collab on clusters. So how fun is that, right? And how easy and relaxing. Yeah, so if you haven't seen her open collab, it is one of those where you can join in any time, do whatever you want, whenever you want. She also has, for the first 4 weeks, and this is the second official start of the collab and making clusters. She has prompts, but you don't have to follow the prompts. So you can do whatever you want, or if you need an idea, she has the prompts. So this week's prompt is, I believe, holiday clusters. So what I'm doing is kind of like Halloween slash fall. So Halloween's a holiday, right? so yesterday I did my own collab, which is Tag Tuesday. If you haven't seen that, so yeah, just check that out if you haven't seen it. But check out the other participants in Susan's collab too, because everybody has awesome ideas for clusters. So it's really cool to see what everyone does. So since I was making a Halloween or fall, actually fall, not necessarily Halloween, tags yesterday, I had my fabric out here, so I thought let me just, I'd really like to make some, and I said I wanted to use some brad, so I really like to make some fall slash Halloween clusters. So let's just get started without delay here so we can see what we can get done. But what I did was I cut a few pieces of these fabric with a couple pieces with pinking shears, just to, cut a piece off of my bigger piece of fabric. And I tore some because I want some different edges on my fabric. So I want some frayed. I want some, so that's what I'm doing right now, is pulling some strings off here so I can have maybe a little fraying on the side. I think that looks neat sticking out, and I like frayed edges. So I think that looks neat sticking out in your different layers. So there's one piece there, ready, not ready, but not ready. You'll see what I mean. I got to cut it up a little bit. So let me just pull some strings off these. I haven't made any up ahead of time to show you what I'm doing. So this is from scratch. So I just have these three, and I have more fabric here. I just figured, I always think I can get more done than I can in my 30 minutes of camera time. So I'm trying not to go, cut too much fabric off, because I have some other plans for that fall fabric that I have, and so I didn't want to cut too much off of it. This is a pinking sheared piece here, just the little jagged edges like that, and this one's I cut with pinking shears. I've got a couple pieces of this from my scraps. I mean, these are small, but I didn't need anything very big. Here's my brads right here. I pulled out some leaves, like fall leaf colors. Got a yellow, a green, and an orange. Let me show you. And then I pulled out these brads because they are, well, here's a purple, kind of a dark blue, dark green, and a yellow. I have these buttons here, which I thought would be cool for fall colors. They are from a thrift store. I got this from a thrift store. And let's see, so fabric, brads. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I've got some more of this fabric too here if I need it. Let me get rid of these. And I've got a little piece of string, or this is actually wax cord. This is a wax cord scrap I pulled out in case I need to sew something on real quick with a needle. And I've got my, actually for poking the holes through to put the brads in, I have an awl, my regular awl that I use for when I'm doing book binding, binding journals. I use this little one, this little skinny one here. And this one is just another one I have in here. It isn't an awl too, but it's much thicker. So I have that one for, crafty purposes in my craft room. Okay, and I have a punch here too, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So let's get started. Now, what do I want on the bottom? Let's see. Let's put this plaid piece on the bottom. Actually, I pictured this on the bottom because this is my biggest piece here. So let me cut this up a little bit. How big do I want it? I don't want these to be too big because I'm going to put them in my like fall / Halloween stash, and I want to be able to glue them on anything I want to put them down on, or I could even sew them on possibly, but probably glue them on some pocket or a page or a tag or something, you know. So I've got 3 squares here. Let's move these over and get what we're working on right here. These 3 bottom layer. Okay, next what would be good on top of that is probably some, let's put some of this, let's put some of this on. I put this on top last night on the very last small tag, so I'm going to use this on my next layer tonight. Let's mix it up a little bit. So let's see, I need a smaller square, so I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to kind of rip instead of cutting all the way through, so again we can get that fraying. See, that's not, I thought that might be my selvage edge. It's not tearing that easy, but yeah, I guess I'll have to cut that. Okay, there's a piece there, and I think I need, let's see, let's cut something like this. That tore easier. I must have been tearing the wrong way. So let's see, one more this way. How about that? Okay, there we go. Pull off our strings. So yeah, these are just anything really, anything, you know, you don't have to have any certain type of fabrics when you do really just, I would, if I wasn't doing fall, I just would have pulled out my scrap bag and cut up some of my little fabric scraps, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have tried to do fall or Halloween if I didn't have it, you know. If I wanted to do a cluster, I would just pull out my scrap bag normally, but I just happen to have these fall fabrics here. So so there's my second layer. Now let's see, on top of that, let's do a little plaid piece. Let me put a little bit of lace under one of these. I just want to see how it looks. See if it's big enough to make a difference. You don't have to like center them, you can kind of offset them too. See how that one's, I wanted some more of this showing, so I pulled it over to the side, and I'm going to pull this over like this. You know, there's no certain way to do it, just whatever looks good to you. Let's see, next, let's put a little piece of, I really like that lace. Let's cut a couple more pieces. I had this strip sitting here. Let's see if I can do something with this. Little strip here, maybe off to the side, like that. And a little strip over here. Yeah, I wasn't sure I'd be able to use a little strip like that. I just didn't. I actually pulled over a big piece to cut off pieces if I needed it, but I pulled out those little 2 pieces, the 2 little pieces from my scrap bag, of a little bit Ziploc bag I have full of little fabric scraps. And it's right here. Yeah, I pulled it out of here, so I didn't know if I had it here. Okay, so you can see the lace, you can see all the layers there. Let's put a little piece of this next. Yeah, I don't know if that's 3 right there, so let's do 1 or 2 more. And they're going to have to be small because I don't want to cover up too much of my other layers. So let's just do a little small piece here. See what happens. Let's do a little, cut that in half. I'm going to cut, instead of trying to tear it so little, I'm not going to try to tear that. So let's do that right there. I'm kind of joining the 2 together with that on top of where they come together. This one I'm just going to put, oh, let me pull a piece of string off there. Get a little bit more fraying going on there. Okay, so we'll put a piece right here. And now 1 more piece of this. And I might stop there because I don't know. I think it looks, I don't want to get it too thick or bulky for a journal or even a tag. Like, what if I want to put the tag in a pocket in a journal? Then, you know, depending on where I put the tag, if I put it toward the bottom, it would go in a pocket. And see, that's pretty flat still, even though I have 4 pieces, it's pretty flat. So now I want to put something on top. So this is where I have, did I show you these little pumpkin buttons? I have 2 of them. Here's one. Where is the other one? It disappeared. Hold on. Well, I've got one here. Maybe the other one will show up in a second. I don't see. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's put it over there so I can see it. Okay, so that. I want it to be like on top of the top piece, but I want it to show up also. So I don't know about using the pumpkin. I might do another one where the brown is on top, and then I could see how it shows up better on the brown. So I'm going to save that for another piece, even if we don't get it done tonight. So what else do I have? Okay, the number one thing I wanted to use was some of these brads. So let's try that out. Here's a nice green one. That'll show up nicely. So let's see. This is just fabric. Like last night I did the tags and I had file folder on the bottom, and I was able to punch a hole with my crocodile and, you know, my scissors, and work that out. But you're not going to be able, I'm not going to be able to punch a hole with any kind of hole punch here. So I thought, well, what can I punch a hole with? So the only thing I could think of was maybe punching a hole with, first, that's why I have 2 awls out here, the skinny one. I thought I'd get it started with this, because I have not tried this before. So I don't know how this is going to fit through here. So I thought I'd poke a hole with that, and then see if the brad will go through that hole. And if it won't, I'll make the hole bigger with my other awl. Okay, let's see if it goes through. It did go through. Okay, cool. So maybe it might depend on your whatever you're putting through. If you're using a brad, it might depend on how big your prongs are in the back here. So let's see if I can spread those apart. So yeah, I have not used these brads before on a cluster, but I thought, just a second. Sorry guys, I had to go and comfort my son's dog. She's Jazzy, little husky, and she has epilepsy, and she was just having a seizure. So it's kind of, you know, sad. I feel bad for her when that happens, because it's just involuntary, and I don't know how she feels and things, and I'm not used to it. My son maybe got used to it because he's had her for a couple years, but I'm not used to it yet. So, you know, I just heard it happening. She kind of kicks around and stuff. And anyway, I won't talk about it, but I just want to go in there and comfort her real quick. Anyway, back to our clusters. So this one I'm going to consider done. And it's pretty, I mean, I love it actually. It's very cute. And see, it's nice and flat on the bottom here, where I could just use some of my fabric tack and glue that down onto into a journal, on a pocket, or on a tag even. I don't have a tag right here, but if you could picture it on a tag, I think it would look really cute, or on a pocket, or on the corner of a page or something, you know. So, or on a tuck spot, on a flip up, you know, all those kinds of things. So let's get a couple more done here. So these are ready for some more brads. So let's see. I've got an orange. See, that's not going to show up on the orange again. So let's see what other colors. Here's a yellow. I think this one will show up. So yeah. Let's see how this one goes through my little hole here. Oh, poor baby. I feel so bad for her. That happens, but she recovers. It just depends on how bad it is, but she recovers pretty quickly. But sometimes she's normal after, but she's not normal. Like, she can function normally, but she kind of is, I don't know what to call it. It's like she can't relax after for maybe 24 hours or 48 hours or even 3 days. One time it was like 3 days. She just kind of seemed like she hardly ever laid down. She just kind of walked around and paced for 3 days. So maybe if you have ever had a dog or known a dog that had epilepsy, you can relate. So anyway, I won't talk about it anymore because maybe people don't want to hear about that. It just now happened though, so it was just kind of stressed me out a little bit. Let's see now. I'm trying to spread out these prongs. I hear her walking around now, so it's over. I hear her little paws walking around, so it's over. Now she's just got to probably walk around for a while. So there's another one with a yellow leaf. I think that's really cute. Let's do another one. Let's see. So yeah, I'm not going to do the orange. Let's try one of these buttons that I said I had here. I would like to, maybe one of these yellow ones. There's different sizes, and these are, I think these are stickers. I bought these at a thrift store a while ago. I saw them. I thought they were really cool, but I have not used a one. So let's see. Let's try I think an orange one would look cute on there, wouldn't it? Okay, I have another idea because, well, I have some time here. We can make some more, but let's just try something real quick that I also wanted to try. Let's see, I've got this scrapbook paper over here also for this project. And let's see what's on the back here. We've got Halloween words. We've got this brown, so polka dot, and this black one. Let's try, I'm going to make a little flower here. Let's try this one because it's a different color than what we have there. I looked for silk flowers. I didn't have any. I have some silk flowers, but I didn't have any real small ones like this, so I decided to try a paper flower. So I'm going to do a little punch here. I got to stand up because this punch is, I don't like this one, but I like the flower it punches, you know what I mean? But you have to stand up and get some leverage on it. But yeah, I like the ones you can just squeeze with your hand and you're done. But I do like the flowers on this one. So, okay, so my idea was to put a flower there and then punch my hole. No. Then you can punch a hole and put a brad in there. Or I'm going to try putting a button on this one. But how am I going to hold it together? Let me grab my stapler. I got to hold it together somehow, right? See, I'm just figuring this out. I told you I hadn't made any. I need to make sure this piece is connected, this piece of lace. I'm going to staple that down. So let me get that under there. And so I'm going to put a little staple in the middle here. In the middle of my little flower we just made. Okay, got a staple on there. Now let me get a button. See, now that I have that little bit of brown there, I can probably do an orange or a yellow button. So let's do an orange because I'm all in the orange mode here. So there is some sticky on there. But I think I'll put a little fabric tack on there too to make sure, fabric tack to make sure it doesn't come off. Because I can feel it. It's sticky, but it's not like super sticky. So let's see if this is going to flow here. Just a second. Are you going to come out tonight, Mr. Fabri-Tac or Mrs. Fabri-Tac? I think I need to put my little awl in there and get it going here. You know, I never had this trouble with any of the others before, so I think this is a different, I don't know. This Fabri-Tac bottle just seemed different from all the others I've ever had. As far as smell and this nozzle and everything. Okay, there we go. Got some on there. A little dab will do me. So I'm going to put that right on top of that staple so that covers up the staple. Okay, so this one, you saw these two, and this one we just added that paper flower and the staple to hold everything together because I'm not sewing the button through. But these buttons actually have little threads through. Can you see the middle of the button there? It actually has a little thread through. That's how it came in the package. All of these have little threads through them. So that's one reason I thought these were so cool. Like these, you can see they're sewn through both holes. These have some, like they were tied on, well, they are tied on top. It's all the way through. And yeah, there's one tied on top too. There's one tied on top. So really cute, right? Yeah, I couldn't believe I found those. So let's make a few more, maybe. We have about 10 minutes. Weren't those fun and quick? And can you imagine if you were like actually concentrating and not trying to talk like me, how many you could get done? Maybe while you're watching TV or something. Okay, let's see. I want to end up with some brown on top. So where's my brown fabric? Where's the dark brown? Do I have any more dark brown? Yes, I do, right here and right here. Okay, let's cut this up and make little pieces for the top so that I can use my pumpkin. Let's see, so my pumpkin could go on. See how big of a piece I need for my pumpkin. I think I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to go backwards this time. See, before we started from the bottom, so let's start from the top this time. There's a pumpkin there. Let's cut this one in half. Okay, and there's another. I'm going to use both my pumpkins. That's all I had. I found these pumpkin buttons at a thrift store, of course. There's a pumpkin button. And let's use, since we used we used the orange button. Let's use a yellow button this time. Kind of would like to use one of these big ones though. How would that look? Or, oh, that one right there. Okay. So we'll go ahead while we have the fabric tech. Oh, you know what? I probably might need to staple that down first though. So let me wait on the button. Okay, so these two. Now the other ones we put, what, 4 layers. So let's see, next let's do what do I have left here? I don't want to cut any more fabric. I'm going to try to use just what I got out here because I have plenty here really. So a little bit bigger piece for under, what do I have, 3? So about like this. Pull the strings off. So this will go under, this is going to be for a button. Oops, there's another string there. Or maybe I didn't get the one off. Okay, and I like to turn them kind of catty cornered and stuff, you know, so the fabric shows from underneath. So I need 2 more pieces of orange. Let me see what I have out here. Okay, I don't have any more lace, so if I need lace, I'll have to cut more. Okay, there's another one. This is a tiny piece, and it's got a little kind of cut there in it, so I'm going to cut all of that off there. And we'll just catty corner this so we can see a little bit of it under there. Not much of it though, huh? Maybe we'll pull it out a little bit like that. Okay, now what else do we have? We have the plaid and the autumn fall leaves here. So let's cut a bigger pieces of this. We'll try to cut this in thirds. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, probably pulling it a little bit close to me there. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Let me see if I can even. Do I need to even this up? Oh, this one's okay. The other one I need to even up. Okay, so that is going to go on there. A little bit of stringage there. Cut this off. Okay, and then like that. Okay, so that's going to go over in the middle. Okay, now let's see, what else do I have here? I have this. I have this plaid. Okay, yeah, I would like to use this up, so let me just cut this one in half. I probably should have ripped that, but I'm just cutting it. Pulling some strings off maybe to see if we can do a little fraying, maybe a little bit little bit. Okay, let's see now, where do I need a piece? I think that, okay, here, so that's 4 pieces on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, besides the top little, not counting the button. And I need 1 more here, so I think I'm going to grab, see, I used up all except for, I didn't really use any of this, I just pulled it out just in case. And this is my vintage lace tablecloth here, so I need a 4th piece for this other one. So let me cut, how big of a piece do I want? Let me cut a little square here. Okay, there we go, so we can see through that. That's nice. And I'll turn them catty cornered. Okay, so these are pretty much set. I think I can go ahead and put a little staple in here. Let's do that. I kind of would like to sew the button on though. Wait a minute. Let me do this one first because this one I am stapling for sure. So we'll do this one first. So we did Brad's and we did buttons, right? 2 brads, and we glued on a button there. I'm going to sew these on, and this one is, what was this one? Oh, this one's the brad. I didn't need a, okay, well, that's okay. We'll put it right on top here. So I'm going to poke a hole in here. Let's see if we can get this through real quick. So I hope this has given you some ideas and some inspiration. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty on the brown too. See, that's what I wanted it to be able to stand out a little bit more. Yeah, I like that. Okay, awesome. That turned out cute. I can get this separated here. There we go. Trying not to break my fingernails. They break easy enough on their own. Okay, so that one's done. I'll show you them all in the end. And this one I'm going to see if I can sew these on real quick. I've never sewn on pumpkin buttons. There's like 2 eyes and a mouth. So I'm going to figure this out real quick. Let's see. I think I'll sew through the, what do you say? Through the eyes? That's funny. Yeah, I've never sewn on pumpkin buttons. Let's see if I can get this through one of the eyes here. Let's see. Where's an eye? About right there. Okay, I might have to just, let me put it through the fabric here, and then put my, let me see, how do I want, yeah, I don't want the fabric sticking out of the top. I want it to be tied on the bottom. So then I'll put the eye over the needle here. There we go. Okay, so let's see. So since, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull it through, and let me pull the top little loop through. I'm gonna push it through here, and then I'm gonna tie it underneath. Just tie a knot underneath. And then that can just be glued down. I'm going to hold on to my tail there so it so I don't pull it through. Do I need more than one? This is wax cord, so I'm going to say no. Plus I need to save a little time here. So I'm going to pull this off and try to save enough for my other pumpkin. So I'm just going to pull it down and tie a quick double knot here. 1 and 2. All right, let's move. I got like 2 minutes left. Okay, so yeah, I want this nice and flat so we can glue this down on something later. So I'm going to cut it close. Come on, string. Okay, try not to cut my knot, right? Okay, so I've got this left to use. Let me get this back through my needle real quick. I hear her pacing out there. Poor thing. I'll let her outside when I'm done with my video. She doesn't usually need to go outside, though. Not necessarily, she doesn't need to go outside, but she likes to. And it's cool now here in North Carolina. It's cooler, especially at night and in the morning. So she's a furry husky. So she likes to go out and walk around outside. We have a deck with a covered roof, so even if it's raining, she can go out there and walk around. And we have a picnic table in the middle of the deck, so after, this happens, after a seizure, she'll just go out there and, let's see, am I doing this right? Let me get my, let's see, I think I'm doing something wrong here. Hold on. Talking too much, right? Yeah, I need to bring it up through. I put it through the top. I need to put it through the bottom. Yeah, she just goes out there and walks around the picnic tables. Picnic table with just one. Yeah, she goes out there and just walks around in circles. That's what she wants to do. And if that's what she wants to do, then I'm going to let her do it, whatever makes her happy. Okay, so now put my little pumpkin on there. And okay, there we go. My string's a little short, but I think I can pull it off here. This needle is really long too, so it's making it a little difficult with this short piece of string. Let me pull it all the way through, hold on to my tail, and pull it. I may not be able to do this one on video. Let me see if I can turn it around here and get it back through there. Well, it's not going to be in the right. I don't want to rush on this one and do it wrong. So I'm going to finish this one off video, but it's going to look like the other one. So I'll finish that one off video because my time's just about out here. But let me show you what we did. We made 5, guys. My friends, we made 5. Cool. So yeah, the one pumpkin, I'm going to finish the other one when I'm done with this video. Finish my little string there. So cute. And this one with the green brad leaf. And this one with the orange brad leaf. Super cute. This one with the orange sticker button. And this one with the yellow brad leaf. So I used up all my fall. That's all. I don't have very many brads, and I don't use them very much. So I wouldn't even mind if I used them all up. So I'd like to make some more clusters. And really, if I wouldn't mind using up all my brads. So I will use some more of those in my next cluster making videos. But I hope you enjoyed. Got some ideas on a way to use up your pumpkin buttons and your brads. And thank you for watching tonight. I like the one with the flower too. Here's the one with the flower. And so you can make a bigger flower if you wanted to. That's a small flower. That's what I wanted on top. So you could even layer these with paper and fabric. So lots of things to try, right? So I'll see y'all next time. Have an awesome day and happy crafting.